I just couldn't understand how it is possible that people who were brothers and sisters at once are enemies. I could not understand this, and it was kind of like I felt like somebody staring me inside, apart, because there were so many nations at once, and I was a part of some nations that were actually on the different sides. So I had a family in Croatia, I had a family in Serbia, I had a family in Bosnia and Herzegovina, actually in Herzegovina, and of course my family was in Slovenia. So I felt it destroyed. It's so unrealistic to look back and to see actually what war brought to many people and how much hate and how much greed started with the war. And before we were all one. We were brothers and sisters. And I was in secondary school, and I remember all these pictures of Tito and the statues of Tito being thrown away into the garbage. I actually went to save some of the pictures of Tito together with my brother. I was watching to this picture and I was trying to imagine what life this man had. And I was trying to imagine what I would ask him if I would meet him. It's so funny because I was imagining this already in primary school, not knowing that one day I would really asking those questions that I would ask him, and I would really try to see more who this person was. So I went to make a documentary about Tito when I was actually in the first year or second year of academy in Zagreb. I made 2 classes in Academy of Zagreb before I went to study film directing in Prague, where I actually also finished it. And at the time it was very dangerous to even say Tito's name. It was a war, and my feeling inside was so strong. I have to go there and I have to tell the people that they were loving each other before and now they are hating each other, and this war has to stop, and I know that with this film I will stop the war. And this was so clear for me in my head that I didn't even know where it's coming from. Probably it came from much years of watching of Tito's picture, and yeah. So if I was the right person to bring that story at that time out, I don't know, but I was the only one who dared to go through all and bring the nice picture of the President Tito, which everybody was calling at the time a criminal, out and saying, look, he was this kind of a person, he did this kind of things, and I was actually more interested in his personality than I was interested in political side of Yugoslavia or political side of why the country fell apart, which a lot of people said that I would be rather doing this kind of view or story. But no, I wanted to understand Tito. I wanted to understand who he was. I wanted to understand a person who was able to bring together so many different religions, so different nations, and keep it together for 40 years. And we were all believing in the common things, the common sayings, and in good things, in good values, and we were living good. And we were all educating for free. We had all medical care for free. And there were all the leaders coming to Yugoslavia and hanging around with Tito. So probably he was not such a bad person, right? So in 2000, if it was the right time to bring out Tito film, I don't know. I was working on this film for 3 years or 4. So I started in 96, and the only one who was crazy enough, like me at the time, was Francis Lag, the producer, who actually said right away, you want to do a film about Tito? I wanted to do it too, so let's do it together. And he was also a film director, so he knew what it is to bring out the story. And we went, actually first the story should be about Tito's cook only, I mean Tito's chef, about the one who did the barbecues for Tito, called Bure. And when we went there, at once Ljubiša Samrčić, who was a very known actor and a producer at the time, the actor that hung around with Tito also and that we all knew, said, I want to co-produce the film. So when he came into the co-production, the whole picture started to be wider. We were sitting in Belgrade, I remember, and he said, Kid, do you really think that this film should be only about the barbecue? And I said, no, but I don't know where to find another people. Can you help me? He said, sure, I will call some people. And at once, there were a lot of people who wanted to make an interview because Ljubiša called them. And yeah, I believe nothing happened in life coincidentally, so it was meant to be. And Ljubiša was a very special man, so it was also Franci, and they supported me. They supported me in the whole way to tell the story without limits. They didn't interact into the story. They didn't say what I should do. They were just there helping me, bringing the picture that I had as a very young woman. I was actually, I don't know if I had 20 at the time when I started. And they were probably fun of it because who on earth would bring a woman so young to make a documentary about Tito and not being afraid to ask questions or talk about Tito? Project Tito was a very secret project at the time. I was studying and doing the project at the same time. And actually my professors in Zagreb didn't know that I'm doing that film. And also at the start, my professors in Prague didn't know that I'm, by the way, when I'm studying, doing also this project. Later, I told to my professor Vavra about this project that I'm doing, and it was incredible. Once he brought me 10 pages written by his hand about Tito and about him remembering Tito and all what he found for me was there. It was unbelievable. I had really luck and really support with this film, with the greatest people of Yugoslavia and also of the Czech cinema. So it's incredible now to talk about this and to look back and to remember on how many film festivals Tito was at the end. We had all special fans from all around the world, from Argentina. They were even making fan pages there. It was incredible. It was like when I was going around with the film, it was like Tito is still alive. I felt really a big support from also his spirit. It was incredible also. When we were editing the film, I was dreaming Tito for 1 month and I was already like getting insane because I was the whole day and night in the editing room with my dear friend Adela. And when I came home, I was dreaming about Tito and he was telling me all his secrets and where should I look and what else should I include. It was like being almost like wired into another sphere. And yeah, it was an incredible project. So if I was the right person or no, I don't know. But I was the one who made it, and probably I was called to get on that road. And I heard the call and I accepted. And that's how it happens. And it came out the year 2000, which was actually the end of the war. And yeah, it was very good accepted in Yugoslavia, in all of Yugoslavia, which was amazing because a very good thing that happened was that film was at the time in the emission call on the TV, actually, which was also, I think, a satellite program. And Denis Latin, who had Latinica, put the whole film into his emission and having an interview with me and some people from from the government of ex-Yugoslavia, actually, and from the present time. And it was very interesting to be there and to see the whole picture now in the real situation. And actually Denis Latin helped a lot that the film was seen through the whole Yugoslavia through his program. And the response of Croatians and Serbians and Bosnians people and Slovenians actually was amazing. It was great. So it was like, oh, people woke up and remembered that they actually did really love each other, that they actually really did believe in those things. And yeah, the film did very good everywhere actually where it was, and it's now for free on the YouTube, and it has like, I don't know how many 100,000s of views and a lot of like comments, which actually I first time started to read when I got the questions for this interview, and it was very, very amazing to to see what people write. Sometimes I'm not the right person for those kind of comments, but hey, I am quite flattered that you started a conversation under the film, and everything what is there, for all the good luck and good comments. I thank you. I thank you also for those that are not good, because they only show the real picture of each and every one. Yeah, I had to go through a lot to make this movie, but about my personal experience, I will not talk. Nevertheless, the film was worth to be made. And a lot of people, a lot of artists start to cooperate with each other after that. And it was not anymore taboo to say Tito is good or Tito name. So why it was important to do the film then? For me it was important because it was war. And being an idealist and being a dreamer, I thought with this film I can stop the war. I thought that when people will see this film, they will realize what they are doing to each other, and they were brothers and sisters, and they were once all together, and the war will stop. That was my vision, and that's how I see, and then that how I could do everything what I did at the time, because I put myself on the mission that I'm on the mission to stop the war. Believe it or not. But I believed so much that at the end, when the film came out, the war did stop. Being for my film or not, this is the other part of the story. But yeah, I believed I could stop the war with this film. It's a lot of things still to be said, but I answered the most important questions by now, and maybe some other day I will answer some more. If you have any questions, you can ask under this video or to people who are making Remembering Yugoslavia. So thank you for being part of this, and I'm saying hello from my home, and I hope the normal life will come back very soon, and we will see each other and hug each other and be who we really are, with our differences and accepting each other with love. Thank you. Ciao.